we got a piece of news recently, and if you would have told me that it was April 1st, I would have believed you. I honestly thought this was some kind of joke. I honestly thought it was like, oh, this is some kind of April Fool's joke, but this is legit. And the more that I look at it, I kind of appreciate this a lot. San Diego Comic-Con 2018 has continued to roll out the exclusives that they're going to be having this year. And one of the other exclusives related to Hasbro's Transformer brand is going to be a Power of the Primes Optimal Optimus Throne of the Primes SDCC exclusive. And this thing is, for lack of better words, batshit crazy. So let's just break down what this is exactly. So this is a leader class boxed, well, actually it's probably bigger than leader class judging by the way this figure is in there, but it's a very large boxed Transformer toy done in the Power of the Prime style, similar to that of a leader class box if it was on cocaine or steroids. It's a Power of the Primes Optimus Prime figure repainted to match that more of his Season 1 original Optimus Primal colors. And it comes with 2 accessories, a crown, which is very like, you know, I guess you could say, you know, King Kong, the boss monkey. It's very interesting that they gave him a crown, and a scepter. Now, according to the solicitation from San Diego Comic-Con, there's some deep information here about everything, and it starts to make a lot of sense with a lot of stuff. So it comes with 4 Prime Masters, the accessories, and a whole bunch of little things here and there. So the Prime Masters that they come with is Nexus Prime, Amalgamous Prime, Prima Prime, and the legendary 13th Prime, which still goes unnamed. Now, when you look at these individual Prime Masters, what I appreciate is specifically the Prima Prime, aka Prima, the very first Prime. The colors that are used on that Prima match that of how he appeared in the original Simon Furman G1 Marvel comic book. So it's really cool that they went about giving him those accurate colors. I'll try to maybe, if I could fit it in, if there's space. I don't know if I'll have space when I do the photos, but I'll try to fit it in that you could see the color matching there. And then the 13th Prime, which a lot of times have always been associated with Optimus Prime or something like that. The face on him is very unique in itself too. It's like it's a face mask, and it has like a visor. So it's really interesting, this 13th Prime. So, and again, also the first time we've gotten that Prime up to this point. We haven't gotten those 2 characters. It also comes with the Scepter of Sparks, which is an accessory that the giant Optimal Optimus could hold, and it has slots that you could fit in 4 Prime Masters onto it. So it's pretty cool that it could do that too. Probably intended for the 4 Prime Masters that you get with this set. It also comes with the Halo of Primus, which is a display piece that obviously he's sitting on. It's
like a throne, basically.
It's behind the throne. And what's cool about the Halo of Primes is that it's this wheel that turns, and it has slots that you could fit in all the original 13 Primes.
Oh, it actually turns. Okay,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you could fit in all the original 13 on it. So what's really cool is the ones that you've collected up to this point, you could fit in there, which is a nice little extra cool little display with it on top of the actual throne itself. Now the throne itself, of course, is part of the packaging, so it's cardboard. And what's pretty interesting about the throne itself is, and I've been trying to get like as high res as possible images of it, and you could see, if you look very carefully at the throne, there's some like screens on it. And so like at the top right, you have RC.
Yep.
And then under it, you have Shockwave. Under that, I'm assuming the one under that, that's supposed to be Thunderwing. And then the one under that one is Armada Megatron. I know that sounds crazy. Or maybe it's, you know, one continuity of Mega Zarek from the Black...
What about, what's his name? Black Bull?
Black Shadow? Yeah, it could be Black...
That's what I was thinking of.
Well, if it is Black Shadow, It could then be related to Thunderwing. Another one that it also could be is maybe it's Deathsaurus in one of his different incarnations, which is from Transformers Victory. And it might be Deathsaurus in relation to who's on the other side here. Now, on the other side, we'll go to the top left. You can't really see it completely because obviously he has his hand in the way and everything. But it's clearly Megatron is behind his hand,
behind the
and
left hand.
we don't really see what the other one is.
I'm assuming it might be Optimus Prime. I could be wrong, but
if I had to take a guess, it probably is. They'll probably put Optimus Prime there, or see, I'm trying to find good photos that show behind. But anyways, so there's also another one, and then under that is Starsaber, which again would then tie to Deathsaurus on the other side. And then the last one, it could be, see, and this is a toss-up here, a lot of Transformers have that head sculpt. Could be Hound, could be, like if it didn't have vents on the side, if it had vents on the side, could be Starscream. Very unique one.
What about Emissary?
It could, well, I was about to say, it could be Emissary, or it could be Prima. It could be one of the original 13. Like, because Emissary, again, yeah, a Headmaster that has that same kind of head sculpt. Or it could be, yeah, like it could be Prima, because Prima comes with this. So, and it's just, I want to get some good shots of that other side of the throne, because there's definitely a lot more going on there, and other characters, and what these characters mean, who knows? Because
yeah,
again,
if you take a look at the inboxed picture, you could totally see that on the left hand side it's Megatron.
yes.
So so you can totally you get a very 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 clear one there, and then the one where it's out.
It's tough.
Yeah, and there's a different angle when it's out, where the person's placing the
Prime Masters,
little Prime Master in the wheel. Like, you'll see Megatron there again.
And actually,
right in between.
Actually, see, on top of that, if you even go above Megatron, there's another one too, that's kind of tucked away. That looks like Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be Optimus Prime.
So it's probably, you got Optimus, you got Megatron there. I'm assuming there's nothing behind the fist, so it's just the two. So yeah, so I guess from left to right, from left you got Optimus Prime, Megatron, Starsaber, I guess Prima, and then on the right side you got RC, which was not a Decepticon, but I guess they just maybe there's no correlation left and right here, but RC, Shockwave, Thunderwing, and what could be, I'm going to take a guess. I'm going to say it's Deathsaurus. That's going to be my final answer.
My final answer would have been what's his name?
Black Shadow.
Black
Shadow. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible too. It would make sense. They're both pretenders with Thunderwing.
And the only reason I would say that is just because we have that toy. That toy came out here, so I'm assuming they would try to match it up.
It's possible. Yeah, it's true. So, and then of course, like I said, you have this like the Mayan calendar kind of wheel for all the Prime Masters. Of course, they say here it has the converting evolution armor. The only thing that we really, have here that isn't kind of unique is the inner robot really is kind of more or less the same, just with newer accessories. Newer paint. He comes with the Matrix, which is still based off of the spark holder mold that came with the original Power of the Primes Optimus Prime, just has more of a reddish kind of blue color scheme, maybe to match the original G1 Prime. I don't know, but still pretty cool too. I think this thing's crazy. I think this thing is crazy. I dig it a lot. This is that whole Cybertronian mythical god, religion kind of stuff that I always kind of like to dive into in Transformers lore. So if anyone is listening, hook up a brother, contact me, Twitter, whatever. I really want to pick this up because I talked with my contact who also picks up stuff for me. He really wants one. So, and there's the strong chance it's probably only one per person. So he's pretty much, like a lot of the other stuff when it comes to SDCC, it's not a big deal. He's usually not interested, but this is something that even piques his interest. So anyone out there who could probably get one to me, I will pay. I will pay you. This is really cool. This is really cool. But that being said, I wouldn't worry too much, because from previous experience collecting Transformers and these exclusives, almost all SDCC exclusives, number one, end up on the Hasbro toy shop afterwards when the show's done. Usually ends up in a limited supply at Fan Expo Toronto and also New York Comic Con. And 100% will probably end up at HasCon as an extra bonus on the side, because HasCon, the one that just passed last year, had all the SDCC exclusives from all their different brands available. So, short of this selling out like crazy, which again, I don't want to insult it, but I don't think it'll sell out. But I still, I think it's amazing, but I don't think it's like, something that like some people are going to be like, I need to have this. So it's something that I really think is going to be available for other people. You'll get other opportunities, failing the ability to pick it up, at the show itself. So this is really cool. This is really, really cool. There's just so much going on here. I just really like that they just included extra accessories. I mean, just the throne itself, it is fascinating to me. Just the throne itself, just the Mayan wheel, and again the fact that we are getting Prima and the original 13 specifically.
But we still don't know who the 13th is.
Yeah, like see, and again, it's
keeping that mystery going.
Yeah.
It might lead into the next series, though.
Yeah, it's possible. It's very possible. I mean, the 13th Prime in the Transformers Prime continuity was Optimus Prime, and I've never liked that idea, because here's a guy who's like supposed to be the next generation, and here he is tied to the old generation. So it's like I preferred if it was another kind of character, and I think it will be. I think that's something that's going to get retconned. So just in the same way how we had the Fallen for years. Oh, it's the Fallen. Then they're like, no, he's called Megatronus, and so then that became a part of that character. I think they'll probably change something up. But this is really cool. Definitely looking forward to it. There's no price yet for how much this is going to cost, so don't get your hopes up just yet. I'm really hoping this isn't super expensive, because this is a leader class figure, but then it also comes with a lot of extra bells and whistles in a larger box, so it's definitely probably going to cost more than leader class price point. That I could say that much. But yeah, stay tuned, and we're definitely going to talk more about this. But otherwise, yeah, that's all I could really say.